Hi everyone and welcome back to Newegg TV. My name is Paul and today I have a couple products from Corsair's Vengeance series of gaming peripherals. This is the Corsair Vengeance M90 gaming mouse and this is the Corsair Vengeance K90 gaming keyboard. We're going to start off here with the Vengeance K90 keyboard. This is a mechanical keyboard and it specifically uses Cherry MX Red mechanical key switches, which are very popular among the gaming community in particular. Here on the back are a few more details. Cherry MX Red keys, 18 dedicated customizable G keys, which are on the left side of the keyboard, and then you can actually set up 3 different banks of those to remember different macros, for instance, for different games you might play. You get full key matrix with anti-ghosting. You have 20 key rollover. This uses a USB connection, and you can actually press down up to 20 keys at once without any missed keystrokes. You get professional grade brushed aluminum chassis and laser etched backlit keys. They are backlit in blue, and you can set you can turn it off if you want. You can also do 3 different levels of brightness. You get customizable profiles with the included software. You get 36 kilobits of onboard memory, and there's just a few more details in the tech specs, which are right over here. I wanted to show you guys. They're on the left side. The Cherry MX Reds have a 45-gram actuation force, 2mm to actuation, and 4mm to bottom out. They're rated at 50 million operations, which is pretty huge. That is one of the big benefits of a mechanical keyboard, is they last much, much longer than rubber dome switch keyboards. Gold contacts, there's the 3 banks of programmable keys. Let's see, what else did I miss here? Aluminum construction, you get some multimedia keys, you get a Windows lock key, you get a full-length palm rest across the keyboard, you get a USB pass-through, so you get an extra USB 2.0 port on the keyboard itself for easy access, gold-plated USB connector, a 2-meter non-tangle cable, and then there's the actual product specs. Let's get it out of the box and take a closer look. So here's a look at everything that comes in the box. For starters, you get a Corsair Vengeance K90 Quick Start Guide, which has, among other things, the layout of the keyboard, as well as some information on contacting Corsair if you have any questions or difficulties with the product. You also get a warranty guide here. This does come with a 2-year manufacturer's warranty from Corsair if purchased in the United States. Also, you get a key rest. This is a wrist rest, full-length wrist rest for the keyboard itself. It's detachable, so you don't have to use it if you're not into the wrist rests. On the back, you can see it pops on with these little clasps right here, and then it actually secures with thumb screws, which keeps it much more stable than the ones that just snap on with the plastic tabs. And then finally, of course, we have the keyboard itself. So here is the 2-meter braided cable. On the end, you can see your USB plugs. It has one plug with a keyboard on it, that one right there, and that's what you plug in to actually provide a data connection. This one is just the pass-through for your USB 2.0 port, which is located on the back of the keyboard right there, and that will just give you an extra USB 2.0 port. Optional to plug that in if you want to or if you don't want to. The keyboard itself has an aluminum finish below the keys right here. On the left side of the keyboard over here are your G keys. They're actually just a little bit lower than the rest of the keys. See if you can see that from the side. Which is very helpful because it means you won't accidentally press them if your hand is resting over here on the left side of the keyboard. Now this does use mechanical Cherry MX switches for the majority of the keys, but not all of them. So your G keys, your function keys up here at the top, and this bank of insert delete buttons right here all use standard rubber dome switches. The remainder of the keys, all these here, as well as your arrows, as well as your numerical pad, use those Cherry MX switches. All the keys are laser etched. They do have that blue backlight, which we'll give you a demonstration of in just a moment. Over here is your macro functions, and again you can set M1, M2, and M3 to change the macros that you have saved for those. You can save those macros to the built-in memory, and then if you take the keyboard on the go, you will still have your macros set up. It's got a standard QWERTY layout for the keyboard. Over here on the right side, you have a light adjustment button, so you can tap that to cycle between the different brightnesses of the backlit keys. You also have a Windows lock button right there, and that's very handy for gaming because it will make the Windows button turn off, and that way if you accidentally hit it, it will not pop open your Windows menu and take you out of the game and get yourself killed if you're playing an FPS, or get your other raid members mad, whatever you're doing with your gaming. Next to the Windows lock button, you have a couple LED lights here for numerical lock, caps lock, as well as scroll lock. On the right side of the keyboard, you have some multimedia function buttons. You get a barrel roller right there for your sound. You also get a mute button, so you can use that to adjust your volume. Stop, play, forward, and back buttons for playing back multimedia. And then there's the rest of your keys. And here's a look at the bottom of the keyboard. You get a couple pop-out feet, so you can give the board a little bit of extra tilt if you prefer. And you also have rubber pads there on the bottom to keep it firmly in place from sliding around on your desk. And finally, here's a look at the keyboard with the lights off in the room and the lights on the keyboard, so you can take a look at the backlighting. This is on the lowest setting. You just push this button here. You can jump up to level 2, up to level 3 with the maximum brightness. It lights up the keyboard behind the keys as well as the keys themselves, and also your function keys over here have white backlighting. And finally, you can turn it off if you prefer. Next up, we have the Vengeance M90 gaming mouse, and this mouse is designed specifically for first-person shooter, real-time strategy, and MMO gamers. So there's a lot of buttons and features with those folks in mind. So first off, we have a 5700 DPI Avago ADNS 9500 laser stream gaming sensor. We also have 9 ergonomically placed side-mounted programmable macro buttons. There's a total of 15 buttons on the mouse total. You can program each one individually. You get 48 KB, that's a big B, so kilobytes of onboard dynamically managed memory for storing on-the-go profiles, and an LED-based active profile indicator. When I was going over the K90 keyboard just now, it actually had a little b, which makes me think kilobits. I did my best to verify that, but in any case, macros don't take up that much space, so whether it's kilobits or kilobytes, you should have plenty of space for all of your macros to be stored. You get an aluminum frame and base for improved rigidity and mass distribution. You also get tracking up to 165 inches per second, 30G acceleration. You get adjustable lift distance with 5 selectable levels. And you get a solid metal weighted scroll wheel for improved finger traction, control, and feel. So here's a look at what comes in the box. Pretty simple. You get a quick start guide once again. An important thing about the quick start guide is it will tell you where to download your Vengeance M90 software in order to do your in-operating system software adjustments and configurations. Same thing, by the way, with the K90 we showed you earlier. You can head over there to download that software. We also have a Corsair warranty guide. Again, this comes with a 2-year manufacturer warranty from Corsair. Here's the mouse itself. It has a blue plug. It is a 1.8 meter braided cable. It comes with a little Velcro strap to keep it tidy. Here on the plug itself, they have gold contacts. So the USB contacts inside there are gold plated. They haven't bothered to gold plate the entire plug because that would just be silly. Next up here is the mouse itself. It has sort of a soft rubber feel on the mouse, as well as on the side over here. It's got more of a textured plastic feel, as well as here where all of your macro keys are. So as you can see, these are arranged in such a way that you can hit them all with your thumb. With a bit of training, you should be able to memorize where each of these individual buttons are, so you can access them quickly. But we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 buttons right there, all within easy reach of your thumb. You get adjustment keys right here, as well as DPI switching. There is the metal tracking wheel, scroll wheel, I should say. Here from the bottom, we can see the aluminum construction. It has PTFE feet, 4 of them, to keep you gliding over your mousing surface with ease. And let's now plug this in so we can see it with the lights on. So here's the mouse plugged in with the lights on. As you can see, the Corsair logo glows white. It's got another little indicator light button right there on the middle button that's below your scroll wheel. Also an internal light down there that lights up below the scroll wheel. Your shifter buttons over here on the left side have a little bit of backlight to them. And then finally on the left side over here, there are LED indicators. Now this will indicate what profile you're on, and you can set up to 6. And right now I have these adjustment buttons up above that set to switch between profiles. So as I push those buttons, you can see the LED will jump down or up to indicate which profile I have selected. And that's going to wrap it up for our overview of these 2 gaming peripherals from Corsair's Vengeance series. This has been the K90 mechanical gaming keyboard and the M90 gaming mouse, designed for RTS and MMO gameplay. I'm Paul with Newegg TV. If you enjoyed today's video, please check out our Newegg YouTube channel, and don't forget to subscribe for more tech videos. Thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you next time.